Welcome back, all my wizards, witches, and muggles, and just occasional Harry Potter fans. Welcome back, and yes, we're back. And my mask. Yes, the Muggle-born COVID-19 can also affect us wizards and witches. So we must keep ourselves protected, and we've not been able to go to Hogwarts because of this, but finally we can go back. And the Hogwarts Expresses are awaiting us now. All aboard on platform 9 3/4. Now, for all you muggles out there, you should know that the train ride from King's Cross Station, which is where we get on the train at platform 9 3/4, to Hogwarts, the Wizarding School, which is located in Scotland, but you'll never find it, is a very long trip. So when you're on the train with us, why not have a box of Bertie Botts every flavor bean? We have some very delicious beans in here, and some that you all might find questionable. Well, we're here. We have finally arrived at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and now we have to take our test. This is the beginning of term test. After we have the Great Feast, of course, but on with the Great Feast, then we'll take the test. I must say, this year's feast was one of the best feasts we've ever had. Hogwarts always has the best school food around because Jamie Oliver never had any taste of it in our school lunches. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Wizarding World Passport, and should I say my Wizarding World Passport? Yes, like I said, proud Gryffindor. There's no such thing as a better house. Yes, I'm prejudiced in regards to the houses. I'm very prejudiced, and I shouldn't be because my girlfriend's a Ravenclaw. But that's neither here nor there. Now, I'm doing this video because I want to take some more. I want to take another Harry Potter quiz while risking the Bertie Botts every flavor bean. Because for every question I get wrong, I have to take a bean. I can't look at the beans because that would take away from what possibility of what flavor I get, and it's supposed to be a challenge. So let's pick out a quiz, shall we? Let's see here. Should we do the Molly Weasley challenge quiz? Because being a mum to 7 magical children, all while maintaining a topsy-turvy home like the Barrow, requires some serious skill. So do you have the intuition to pass Molly's challenge? Find out here. I don't know, Molly. Should we take your challenge? Because I love Molly Weasley. She is, what would you call it? What would you muggles call her? A badass. She's one tough mama. We have another cozy common room quiz. We have complete the quote quiz of Sirius Black. We have a lot of quizzes we can go through. Luna Lovegood. We have the quote quiz for Albus Dumbledore edition. I have a bunch. Let's see here. I think yes, we'll do the one about Molly Weasley, one of the most badass witches I've ever met and ever got to know. And again, she is a badass, as you all call her. How do you denome a garden? That's simple. You just tell Keemstar to go home. I'm joking. I love Keemstar. How do you denome a garden? Do you use a disarming charm? You plant a venomous tentacula in the garden to ward off the gnomes away? Do you swing the gnome around and then drop them over the wall? Do you tickle the gnome until they run away? Well, typically when you tickle people, they either punch you or they laugh. They don't usually run away when you tickle them, and gnomes are no exception to that rule. But in my experience, I take the gnomes and I just swing them around, and then I go over the wall. Yes. And we have 13 more to go. How do you punish your child who flew a magic car to school? Do you ground them for life? That's a long life. Witches live to be 137, so that's quite a long grounding if you do that. Do you put bars on their windows? What a very muggle thing to do. That's what muggles do to us poor young wizards and witches. Do you confiscate their broomstick, or do you send them a howler? For those of you who haven't seen the Harry Potter movies or read the books, You don't want a howler, I'll tell you that much. If you get a howler from an angry mother or anybody that's angry at you, you don't want a howler. But in my experience, you send them a howler. Yes. So far, we're avoiding the beans. Can we keep this going? What do you do if a family member plans to help destroy the darkest wizard of all time? Give them so many chores that they can't plan. That's food for thought. Insist on going with them. At least make them take the family owl, or expressly forbid them. Well, if they're making plans to help destroy the darkest wizard of all time, but you're a mother who doesn't want her child to get hurt or possibly killed, and when you're fighting in the wizarding world, that's always a possibility every single day of their lives, I would expressly forbid them. No, we got it wrong. But I don't think there's any real wrong answer to that question if you're a mother who's worried. I dropped one, but at least I got one in my hand. It's a blue one, so it could be anything. Blueberry. I lucked out on that one. That was a blueberry. Next question. When is it okay to give kids a wallop with a broomstick? Yes, when don't we ever feel like giving children a wallop with a broomstick? When they're punching telescope leaves permanent black eyes. When they have fed their siblings an acid pop. I've had acid pops, they're good, but they're very they sting. When they turn a teddy bear into a spider, or when they fly a car to school. I want to say turn teddy bear into a spider. Nope, got it wrong. And I had to do something gross just so I can get an idea of what the next bean's going to be. Can't have two in one, and I got a whole handful this time. If we can only pick one. We're going with red. Oh, I can tell that right away. That's cinnamon. It's hot. It's better than some of them, but the cinnamon ones are hot. Next question. As I burn my taste buds. How do you get rid of doxies? With a good helping of magical pesticide by throwing them over a hedge. With a paralyzing spell, scrub them with the magic sponge. Pesticide. Yes. Good for me. What dead nest was discovered at 12 Grimwald Place during a major spring cleaning? Nifflers, puffskins, acromantula, or boggots? Say boggots. No, it was puffskins. But either way, you never want a boggot. You never want a nasty little boggot in your home. Dastardly creatures they are. Pink. That one's hard as a rock. That one's it's hard to tell, but it tastes good. I think it was candy floss. I like candy floss. Next question. What does a wart cap powder do? Does it make skin turn into a hard crust? Ooh, it brings back memories of when I had my psoriasis outbreak. Ooh, that was a terrible time. Create painful boils. give you a boost of intelligence, or we could all use that, especially myself. Or does it cure spattergoit? Well, it's been a while since I've even read the books and stuff, but I still have my books. I just haven't read them in a while. So give me some breaks here, people. I want to say create painful boils. Nope, but it does turn your skin to a hot crust, which is disgusting, by the way. And don't get mad at me for not being able to fully eat all these things. I'm missing a few molars, so it's harder to chew. This is a weird looking one. I forget which flavor this one is. Soap. Yep, that's soap. It is definitely soap. I'm basically eating soap. Which of these isn't a Gilderoy Lockhart book? First of all, never trust Gilderoy Lockhart. He's all looks, no brains. Holiday with hags, voyaging with vampires, marauding with monsters, or absconding with Acromantula. This soap is terrible. It's just terrible. I want to say... sorry about that. 10-minute timer cut off. I'm sorry. Back to the quiz. I want to say... Holiday with Hags? No. But Molly would know, because Molly Weasley, she fancies Mr. Lockhart. But it was absconding with Acromantula. I always pronounce that wrong, but it's a big British spider. Very big spiders. You don't want to run into one of those things. Unless it's Aragog. He's a wee bit nicer. Which is one thing magic can't do when it comes to food? Summon it from somewhere, produce it out of thin air, and multiply it once it's made, transform it into something else. Transform it into something else? No. You can't produce it out of thin air. I keep getting more than one, and I should have put these in a bowl. Oh, vomit. Pardon me for a second. Okay. I'm back. I'm a very weird person. Sometimes I can handle the vomit, sometimes I can't. That one was strong. The taste just lingers because it gets stuck in your teeth. Which one of these Celestina Warbeck songs did Arthur and I dance to when we were teenagers? Which is Wintry Wondrous Land? You stole my cauldron, but you can't have my heart. A cauldron full of hot, strong love, or you charmed the heart right out of me. All of which are great songs, by the way. I'll go with this one. Nope, it was a cauldron full of hot, strong love. See, I like Molly. I don't know much about her. Which kind of works for you all, because you get to see me eat the beans. Oh, thank you, Merlin. It's marshmallow. It's a nice, delicious, fluffy marshmallow. I actually got some marshmallows in the kitchen. I need to eat them after this. Which nickname was of mine should I have which nickname of mine should have always have remained private? Molly Wally, Molly Wombat, Molly Wibbles, Molly Wobbles. E? No, Molly wobbles. Well, I'm sure she does, but we don't want to know what happens in her private life now, do we? That's a big handful there. Next time I do this, I'm putting these things in a bowl. This is a weird one. It's not much of a taste, but I think it was dirt. If it was, that was some very weak dirt. But I guess sometimes eating dirt is not the worst thing in the world. Which treasured possession does great aunt Muriel lend to Fleur? Or Phlegm, if you're Jenny. A sapphire-laden diadem, a goblin-made tiara, a glittering cursed necklace. If it's cursed, why would you want to give it to her? Or a golden bracelet that lures the wearer to sleep. Well, if you give her those two last things, it makes me wonder if it makes you think that you hate her. But we know Molly did. Molly hated Fleur. Nope. I was thinking Molly went bad for a second. It was a goblin-made tiara. Yeah, didn't even get one in there. Yeah, that's still too many. This is a weird looking one, but it's got splotches. Oh, that's sausage. Yep, it's a sausage, and I don't like it. Now, people might be wondering, well, Mikey, why would you not want sausage? Because I don't like sausage. I like a lot of foods, but sausage was never one of them. What does the eldest Weasley do as a job? Oh, which one are you talking about, Arthur or one of the children? Are you talking about the father or the oldest child? Because that's the problem. By terms, in general, the oldest Weasley would be Arthur, the father, Molly's husband. But the oldest child would be either Bill or Charlie. Charlie, Bill, or Charlie. I can't remember which one. Which one is the oldest child? But I know it's not the joke shop owner because that's two of the Weasleys. I mean, and they're not the eldest. Dragon expert, that would be Charlie. Cursebreaker, and the ministry official would be Arthur. But we'll go with Arthur, so we'll go with ministry official. Okay, then I failed that one. But anything to get the sausage out of my mouth. Yes, I know what it sounds like, and I get your head out of the gutters. Another cinnamon one, and right on time because we're at the last question, number 14. What is the perfect Christmas present? A new wand, a knitted jumper or a sweater, a pet rat, or a new broomstick? Well, considering this is the Molly Weasley quiz, we're going to go with a knitted jumper. I know it because she loves giving people jumpers for Christmas. Hand knitted, I might add. My results are going to tank. a Weasley attempt, and it's got an unfortunate picture of Ronald. 4 out of 14 correct, a score of 28%. A Weasley attempt. If you thought you had possession of abilities so formidable that you feel confident enough not to pay attention, you were wrong. I know, Professor Snape. I know. I always fail, because I don't possess abilities so formidable that I feel confident enough not to pay attention. But that was the Molly Weasley quiz. I failed terribly, which I figured I would, because I don't know much about Molly, other than she's a caring mother and she's a badass. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And Gryffindor rules.